The power of changing your perspective. In the heart of a bustling old city, where the streets hummed with life and the air smelled of spices and stories, there lived a beggar named Daniel. His life was a monotonous loop, sitting on the same corner, hand outstretched, waiting for the clink of coins in his tin cup. His clothes were tattered, his beard unkempt, and his eyes carried the weight of years of struggle. Daniel had stopped dreaming long ago. His days were empty, his nights colder than the pavement he slept on. The world rushed by, indifferent to his existence. Every now and then, a kind soul would drop a coin or two, accompanied by a pitying glance. Daniel hated those looks. They were reminders of what he had lost, his dignity, his ambition, his purpose. But deep down, buried under layers of despair, a tiny voice whispered, "What if life could be different?" One chilly evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold, Daniel noticed a man standing across the street. Unlike the hurried passers-by, this man stood still, his gaze fixed on Daniel. He was well-dressed, exuding an air of calm confidence. Curiosity prickled at Daniel. Was this another do-gooder ready to lecture him about pulling himself up by his bootstraps? But the man did something unexpected. He crossed the street, sat down beside Daniel and asked, "Do you believe you can change your life?" Daniel scoffed. "Change my life? Look at me. I'm just a beggar. What can possibly change?" The man smiled, a warm, knowing smile. "What if I told you that your life is a reflection of your thoughts? Change your thinking, and you can change your life." Daniel frowned. The words sounded like a riddle, something a philosopher might say. "What do you mean?" he asked, reluctantly intrigued. The man introduced himself as James, a successful businessman. He shared his own story, how he had once been poor, not unlike Daniel. "What changed for me," James explained, "wasn't luck. It was my perspective. I stopped seeing myself as a victim and started believing in my potential." James then offered Daniel a challenge. "For 1 week, think differently. Stop saying I can't. Instead, say I can, and I will. I'll help you with a place to stay and food for the week, but the rest is up to you." Daniel hesitated. The offer sounded too good to be true, but something in James's eyes, a spark of genuine belief, nudged him to accept. The next day, Daniel found himself in a small, clean room James had arranged. For the first time in years, he slept on a bed instead of the cold pavement. James handed him a notebook. "Write down what you want to achieve," he said. Daniel stared at the blank page. What did he want? He hadn't dared to dream in years. Finally, he wrote, "Earn enough to buy my own food. Learn to read and write. Find a purpose in life." James nodded. "Good. Now let's work on the first step." James took Daniel to a local tea stall, where the owner, Mr. Chen, agreed to let Daniel clean tables in exchange for meals. At first, Daniel felt humiliated, but as the days passed, he began to take pride in his work. Mr. Chen noticed his sincerity and even gave him small tips. For the first time, Daniel earned money through effort, not charity. James also brought him books and taught him to read and write in the evenings. It was tough, but Daniel found joy in learning. Slowly, his perspective began to shift. He started seeing opportunities where he once saw obstacles. One day, while cleaning tables, Daniel overheard a customer complaining about not finding a reliable helper for his small business. Summoning courage, Daniel offered his services. The customer hesitated, but agreed to give him a chance. Daniel started working at the small business, delivering goods and managing inventory. The work was hard, but he was determined to prove himself. He saved every penny, resisting the urge to spend on unnecessary things. James continued to mentor him, reminding him of the power of positive thinking. Months turned into years. Daniel's hard work paid off. He eventually started his own small venture, selling handmade goods. His reputation for honesty and dedication brought him customers. One day, as he walked through the city, he saw a beggar sitting on the same corner where he once sat. Memories flooded back. Instead of walking past, Daniel sat beside the man and shared his story. "You are more than your circumstances," he told the beggar. "Change your thinking, and you can change your life." Daniel's journey inspired many in his community. He began organizing workshops to teach others the importance of mindset and self-belief. James, who had been silently watching from the sidelines, visited Daniel one day. "You've come a long way," he said. Daniel smiled. "Thanks to you, I learned the most valuable lesson. Our thoughts shape our destiny." Daniel's story became a testament to the power of perspective. By changing his thinking, he transformed his life, proving that even the most challenging circumstances can be overcome with the right mindset and determination. Moral of the story: your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Change your thinking, and you can change your life. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a little hope today. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing tales of transformation.